This next video is quite heavy. Please turn away if you are sensitive to gRape, DV, femicide. This whole video is going to be hard. We have this woman who is taking her husband to trial for gRape. She was graped over a decade with dozens of men. We have a Ugandan athlete that was set ablaze by her boyfriend. We have a gymnast that was pew-pewed by her boyfriend. And Afghanistan has half of its population silenced. That's where we are right now. The whole global community of women need to know what's going on with other women. And let's just get into it. All right, let's jump into this article. Husband's case goes to trial as he's accused of drugging his wife and inviting dozens of men to gRape her. And we have to use this sanitized language for these acts that are horrific towards women. So here is the wife, Giselle Pillicott, who is taking her husband to court. On Monday, September 2nd, Dominique Pillicott's case headed to court in Avignon after he was accused of inviting multiple men, including firefighters, masons, gardeners, prison guards, soldiers, and journalists, now between the ages of 26 and 73, to have sex with his wife, Giselle, who's 72, while she was unconscious. According to the New York Times, police spent 2 years after learning about the abuse in 2020, tracking the suspects down. Le Parisien stated 51 men are heading to trial, but the UK newspaper, The Times, added that a total of 92 gRapes had been committed by 83 men through the years. Per the New York Times citing police, Dominique, 71, has admitted to putting ground sleeping pills into Giselle's food and drink before inviting the men to gRape her after looking for them online. The outlet citing police stated Dominique would sometimes film the assaults, reporting that police found more than 20,000 videos and photographs amid their investigation dating back to 2011. The couple, who are getting a divorce, had been together for 40 years and share 3 children and 2 grandchildren. Prior to realizing the abuse had taken place, Giselle had been suffering from memory loss and physical symptoms, but she only became aware of the assaults once the police told her. Officers had raided the family's maison home amid accusations that Dominique had been filming up 3 women's skirts in a supermarket. That is how he got caught, not because of any of the gRapes being caught. According to the outlet, Giselle wanted a trial to be public. One of her lawyers wanted to raise awareness about this trial. She wants to raise awareness as widely as possible of what happened to her so that events like these never happen again. And I hope that these men that did this are shamed, named and shamed. According to the Times, Dominique's lawyer, Beatrice Zavaro, says Mr. Pillicott was not contesting the charges and had always declared himself guilty. The publication stated the lawyer insisted the suspects wanted his co-defendants to recognize their involvement in his crime rather than blaming him. The outlet stated the victim had no memory of the gRapes, but did recognize one of the men as being a neighbor in town. While previously speaking to police, Giselle said her husband, whom she had been dating since they were 18, was caring and considerate. Their daughter, Caroline Darien, published a book about the case against her father in 2022 titled, "And I Stopped Calling You Papa." And some of these men were saying, "Oh, I thought it was consensual because we had his permission." I literally hope that they are named and shamed. All of the people involved need to be outed. Now let's move to this case out of Uganda. The Ugandan athlete Rebecca Cheptegei, please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name. She's in the hospital after Kenya petrol attack. The Ugandan athlete Rebecca Cheptegei, who competed at this summer's Olympic Games in Paris, is in critical condition in a Kenyan hospital. The 33-year-old marathon runner has suffered serious burns after allegedly being doused with petrol and set ablaze by a former boyfriend. Cheptegei was attacked at her home in western Kenya, where she had been training. It comes months just after the record-breaking long-distance runner Agnes Tirop was found stabbed to death in the same town. What these women are going through, what it seems like to me, these high productive athletes, these acclaimed women, are they with men that are just jealous and need to bring them down 2 to 3 notches? I do not know what is going on, because now we have another athlete to talk. And Cara Welsh did not make it. She has been unalived. This is from the USA Gymnastics Twitter page, saying, "We offer our deepest condolences to Cara's family, friends, and teammates." So this is their post. And here is the article on this case. Whitewater gymnast Cara Welsh unalived in off-campus shooting. And here she is right here. 21-year-old Welsh of Plainfield, Illinois, was pew-pewed and unalived late Friday night inside of an apartment on Whitewater Street. A 23-year-old man was arrested Saturday in connection with the case. In remembering Welsh Sunday, University of Wisconsin Whitewater Athletics called her a true war hawk. To put into words the impact Cara had on the Warhawk community is impossible. A powerful athlete, dedicated roommate, and the light in everyone's dark days. Cara truly lifted each and every one of us up in her time as a Warhawk gymnast. There are no words to describe the void we all feel in our hearts, but Cara's legacy will live on through Warhawks gymnastics forever. And all of these women were the light of somebody's life. And it's just so wild that there's just so much violence having to do with women that are in partner relationships. But at the same time, there's so much like negativity or whatever going towards single women that are choosing to remain single. When we see what is going on when women are partnered, where's the protection and provision when the violence is coming from the inside? And I've talked about what's going on over in Afghanistan, but as of now, the law is in effect. From today forward, the sounds of women's voices are banned in Afghanistan. Half of the humans in Afghanistan need to be erased, supposedly because the sound of a woman's voice is triggering or can cause men to think impure thoughts. So let's just erase half of their country. I don't know what's going to happen to the women over in Afghanistan, but what is going on right now globally, the patriarchy is really trying to suppress women, trying to squash women, and it is just wild out. Mika Norman says, "Women everywhere speak louder for the silenced women of Afghanistan." And despite these posts being so hard to come to daily, I have to keep using my little microphone and phone to do what I can for the women who have been snuffed out by these men, whose voices are silenced, whose lives have been snuffed out. And we all need to be sharing. I mean, not everybody is a content creator, but you can share their stories. What we're seeing, like a lot of times we only see what is going on in our bubble, but so much is going on globally, and we could very well move towards this type of society here in the United States. We can move there because we have a whole political party that wants to snuff out women's rights, and they are chipping away at women's rights. So you guys join the conversation. If this was hard, just imagine living in these conditions. Like Mary Jo or Mary Ho says, "Why do they hate us so much?" I don't know, but women have got to fight back, use our voices how we can, and just keep sharing their stories. Join the conversation, like the story, even though you don't like the story. Don't forget to comment for the algorithm and share.